I built a platform that allows you to monetize selling your digital products. You can generate videos, images, cross stitches, PDF files, SVGs. You have access to Etsy viral listing data, and there's more to come. We also recently added an option to generate digital backgrounds for Pokemon card binders, and we are working on more stuff to come. The idea of Krafie is to have everything in one place, so you don't have to pay for different subscriptions. You just have one that will allow you to generate digital products that you can sell. In the description of this video, I have timestamps that you can just select which part of a tutorial you want to watch. And if we get 100 likes on this video, I'm gonna drop a link to 1000 free designs that I made, and you can do whatever you want with them. You can sell them, you can recreate them, do whatever you want with them. Just drop a like. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And I'm gonna give you 30% off coupon on the Krafie for your first month, but make sure you use it soon because the coupons are gonna expire next month. Right now we are in the main dashboard, and the idea of this place is to have an easy access to all the apps. Right now we got 11 apps, but you might expect more in the future. On the top you have your notification bar where you can see any important information related to what you're doing. So for example, I got a notification that my video has been generated. Here is a tutorial where you can click on it and watch videos which will teach you how to use Krafie. And on the top we got an account section where you can manage your subscription in the billing tab. You can also upgrade your subscription plan, or if you click on profile, you can see all your information about your account. There are also two types of tokens that you receive in your Krafie account. So the first one are monthly tokens. I'm logged into my admin account, so I have 0 monthly tokens, but you probably have a lot and you want to have them as much as possible because monthly tokens are your main tokens that you're gonna use. And if for some reason you run out of tokens, you have an option to buy bonus tokens by simply clicking on the buy tokens button right here, which will allow you to buy extra tokens, but think of them as a last resort tokens. You wanna use your monthly tokens first because you get better value out of them. Purchase tokens are actually more expensive, and the idea is to be used as a last resort. You're not meant to use them all the time. Let's go over the main dashboard really quick. So right here we got an Etsy research app. So this app scans Etsy for bestseller, popular now listings that are getting a lot of likes and purchases in the last 30 days, and also anything else that it's worth noting. So we scan Etsy every day for listings that are performing very, very well. And then we got the AI image generator app. This is where you generate your images. If you used other AI image generators in the past, this is going to look very similar. You're probably going to spend a lot of time here, as well as in this app called Image Editor. So Image Editor actually includes a lot of features from the AI image generator app. You can generate images as well, remove background, things of the nature, but you can also edit them. If you use web-based image editors in the past, they have a lot of templates, fonts, text, custom images, things of the nature. It's going to be very similar and familiar to you. You're probably going to spend a lot of time here as well. Then we got the Etsy SEO Optimizer. This is where you're going to optimize your titles, description, and tag for your Etsy listings. Then you can join our community on Discord. All you have to do is click on connect and you're going to be forwarded to our Discord community. Then we got the background removal app. We got image Upscaler app if you want to increase the DPI and the quality of your images. Then we got the SVG Studio where we can generate SVG files and convert PNGs, JPEGs into SVGs as well. Then we got the cross stitch app where you can generate cross stitch patterns that you can sell on Etsy. You just convert any image into a cross stitch. We got a mockup generator if you want to generate mockups for your listings on Etsy or TikTok or any other platform that you're trying to sell. You just want to slap some design on a t-shirt, use that one. Then we got the Clipart generator. So if you're selling Clipart, you're looking for whimsical, funny, serious, girly style of Clipart, that's the app you want to use. Then we got the video studio. So this is something for people that gonna generate the AI videos. You have all the major AI video models right here that will help you generate the best AI cinematic videos you want. There's also a place where you hold your AI avatars. Then we got the MCP app where you can connect Krafie into Claude, Codex, or any other AI platform that you use to code or to build workflows. And then there's your history tab where everything is being held and stored. So all your images, all your videos that you generate are being stored in the history. So you can actually click on it and you can see all your images and videos being stored here. So as you can see, I hearted some of my images. So that means I favorite. When you favorite something, it means it's always going to be showed up first on the top. You can unheart things. So if I unheart, it's not here on the top. But if I want to heart something, like for example, this one, you just click on the heart emoji and now it's going to be always on the top. And then you can also go to different categories. So if you are interested in your videos, you can just switch to Video Studio. And right here, I can track all the videos that I generated in the past. As you can see, a lot of green dogs because I usually use a green dog as an example for my AI videos. Let's go over Etsy Research app. So this app is designed to look for products that are currently performing very, very well on Etsy. The listings you're gonna see here are either bestseller, popular now, are getting a lot of sales in the last 30 days, a lot of likes in the last 30 days, or are just in a high demand. On the top, there are two different view modes. By default, we're in a viral listing mode, and you can switch it from the card view to table view if you prefer it this way. But there's also a section for keyword research. So when you click on it, you're gonna get transported to a different menu that will show you which keywords are actually doing very well. And on the top, you see a bunch of different columns which you can click on, such as opportunity score, for example. So if you wanna sort it out by keywords that have the lowest or the highest opportunity score, you can just click on it. And right now it seems like the crab is the best keyword to look for because apparently there's a lot of listings that are getting a lot of likes on average. There's a 400% growth in this keyword. And when you click on it, it will actually give you more details, but more importantly, it's gonna give you the listings that are using that keyword, and you can click on it and see by yourself why this listing is interesting. Clearly, this one is the best seller and it's a cross stitch. Cross stitches are very popular right now. So I guess that's why this is big. And also it's summer. So I guess crab is the way to go right now. But you can also browse listing by the viral listings tab, as I mentioned earlier. And let's go to the card view, and you can also apply filters here too. So for example, you can look for listings in a specific price range, or maybe you want to look up something by a store name. But what I like is look for listings that are newly spotted. So you can click on it and you can look for listings that were just spotted, for example, in the last 30 days. So that way you're going to see listings that are getting a lot of traction in the last 3 days. It doesn't have to be necessarily a new listing, but it's a listing that is just triggering a lot of things in our algorithm. That's why it's being tracked. You can also sort out listings by a bunch of different categories. For example, right now we are looking at the listings that have the highest estimated sales first, but you can switch it, for example, that we want to see the newest first. And right now I see the newest listing first on my feed. You can also clear the filters out if you want to change this. And on the left, we have quick filters. So for example, if you are only interested in Clipart, you can just click on Clipart and it's only going to show you listings that are Clipart related. Or maybe you do cross stitches, you can just click on cross stitch and you're going to see only listings that are related to cross stitch. But what I like to use is the top shops quick filter. So this one is going to show you which shops currently have a lot of popular listings. So for example, right now this shop is the #1 shop for this week because it has 11 listings that are getting a lot of tractions. And you can click on it and it's going to show you all the listings that are getting a lot of tractions from that shop. Another cool filter that I like to use is the new and hot. So if you are interested in listing that just recently launched on Etsy and are getting traction, this is going to be your favorite category. So you're not going to see a lot of estimated sales here. For example, we only have like 7 sales, 2 sales, etc. But if they're showing up here, that means that just got listed, but are getting a lot of likes and sales, and they have a lot of potential. So why this is useful? Because you can spot things before they become super viral. That's why I like this filter, because it's a really cool way to find out things that are about to blow up. And then if you click on a particular listing, you're going to see more details such as the price, the amount of favorites, the rating, but also the name of the shop. And when you click on this button right here, you can view the listings on Etsy. You see it right here, or you can visit the shop just like this. You can also crop an image. And why this is useful? This is going to be useful if you're going to need a reference style or object for your AI image generation. So you can just crop the element. Let's just say I want to create something similar to this type of heart style whimsical clip art. I can just crop it and then I can use this cropped image later on for the reference. Let's go over AI image generator. This can be used for designing t-shirt designs, mock-ups, clip art, YouTube thumbnails, AI avatars, honestly any images you want. We get access to all the major models such as Nano Banana, OpenAI, Flax, Seedream, and I would assume in the future there's probably going to be more. So this is where you select your model, and then if there are different submodels, like for example we got Nano Banana regular, we got Pro, or we can use Nano Banana 2, you just switch the model you want to use. And each model has slightly different settings. For example, Leonardo doesn't really have a lot of settings. You can only control the aspect ratio. But let's go back to Nano Banana and let's say we're going to use Nano Banana 2 with the resolution of 2K. And right here on the top, you can see the tokens, how many tokens is going to cost you to generate this image. So different models have different token prices. And on the right, you can see your latest 6 images that you just generated. So these are my images that I generated recently. And if you want to see more of them, you can just click on View History. And you're going to see the list of all your images that you generated in the past. You can download them, you can use them as a reference, or you can even reuse the prompt. So if I want to reuse the prompt that was used for generating this doc, I can just click on it. And right here is my prompt that I can reuse it. So if you just want to generate an image, this is where you type in the prompt. So let's say I want to generate an image of a green dog. I just type in green dog, click on generate, and just wait for my image. And here you go. Here's an image of my dog. If I want to download it, I just click here. And by the way, all the images are automatically generated at 300 dpi. If you want to edit the photo, you can click on the edit button right here and you can apply the changes that you want to do. So for example, you can pinpoint elements by selecting pinpoint section and just select what you want to change, or you can highlight it by selecting it like this. And I can say, make the dog yellow, and click on apply. And here we go. Now I got a yellow dog. If I'm okay with it, I can just click on apply changes. And now I have the yellow dog. But a lot of these models honestly don't even need to be pinpointed. Sometimes you just need to say, make the dog red. And because of AI is very smart these days, it will know that you're talking about the dog on the picture. But this is just an option. It's useful sometimes if you want to point specific elements of the image and make sure that they are being changed. But as you can see, I got a picture of the red dog regardless without pinpointing it. You can also remove background directly from here. So you can click on this icon and there are 4 different background removals. The one that's going to give you the best results is probably going to be the premium background removal. The reason being why I give you 4 different options for background removing is because every model works differently. So you might not be happy with, for example, the results of the background removal called Man1 Scus, and you want to use a different one, but most of the time you're probably going to use the premium background removal because that one honestly works the best. Here we go. This is my dog. I can just click on apply changes and boom. You can also upscale images. So if you want to have them in higher resolution for your print on demand people, you can increase how much you want to upscale it. Let's just do that 2x. That's already gonna be a lot. Click on upscale. And here we go. Now I got it even in a better resolution. But let me show you more practical uses of this app because it's very powerful if you are selling digital design. I'm gonna go back to the Etsy research app for 1 second. And let's say I want to create something similar to this. I don't want to copy it, but I want to create something similar. So I'm going to copy this design and save it on my computer. And now I'm going to upload this cropped image into a reference section right here. And I can use really cool tools here on the side. So there's this tool called Reinterpret, which is going to analyze this reference photo that I just uploaded. And then we'll try to create something in a similar style, but different. So let me just show you. So all I'm going to do is just click on Reinterpret. And I'm gonna reinterpret it once. And as you can see, I got something similar, but in different colors, which is exactly what I wanted because I don't wanna directly copy it. But then you can be even more specific. So you can click on reinterpret, but I'm gonna use get 6 variations. So now instead of generating just 1 image, I'm gonna generate 6. So this is very useful for someone that wants to generate a lot of similar designs in bulk. So let's just click on it. 6 images are being generated. I'm gonna show you once they are ready. And as you can see, we got 6 different variations in a similar style, which is really, really cool. And there's one more tool I wanna show you. So there's this tool called AI Prompt. So when you wanna generate exactly this image, without the reference photo, but you want to keep the prompt, you can just click on this. Now you have a prompt that should generate that image. And for example, if you want to edit the prompt, instead of saying river, you want to say, I don't know, maybe let's change it to tree, okay? This doesn't matter. Let's just click on save changes. And I'm gonna click on generate. And now I get this image that says tree days instead of river days. You can also upload reference photos from the history. All you have to do is just click on it and then click on use as a reference photo and you can reuse them. Some models include multiple reference photos. This number right here, it shows you how many reference photos this model is using. So this one is using 14. This one is using 14 as well. But this one, for example, is only using 10. This is a super powerful tool. You can do a lot of things in this bad boy, okay? If you use different image editors in the past, this is gonna look very familiar. Basically, you can create new projects or load up a couple of presets. At the moment, we only have 3 presets, but we're gonna have more. Or if you have an existing project, you can just open it up right here. But let's create a new project and let's use this preset for the t-shirt mockups, for example. You have to give it a name of the project, so let's just call it a test. But you also can set up different templates if you just want a blank, because this one's gonna have images. But if you want to keep it blank, like for example, you just want the design that has the dimensions of the Etsy square or Instagram post or anything like that, we can also create custom and just put the dimensions you want. But let's go with the t-shirt mockup, for example, and let's call this one a test, as I said, and then we're gonna create that project. And this is loading up pages that have a couple different templates, and I can modify them. So all of the things, let me actually move the camera, all of the things are modifiable. And as you can see, this image is fit inside the Canva. That's how this works. And again, you can delete stuff. There are layers. So if you want to edit layer, you can see the layers right here. And you can see the objects, so you can hide stuff, you can delete things, you can move objects outside the layer. So right now this one is locked in, but I can unlock it and move it outside, for example. And everything is being saved. And once you're ready to export it, just click on download button right here. And you can select which pages you want to save. So right now this one is empty, right? The first one is empty because I moved this out. But if I can bring it back, now the image is back in, okay? And also right now you can see it's kind of like fitting in the artboard, but you can change that. You can unlock it so it goes over the artboard. You can do this by clicking on this button right here, the 3 dots, and click on show overflow. And now you can see the whole thing, okay? Then it goes over the artboard. But if you want to fit in, just click right here, click on this button and click on clip to artboard. So now it matches, and you can move the artboards freely, and you can zoom out, zoom in freely as well. But again, you can just download it, and then you're going to select which pages you want to download it. You can select the DPI. You can select that you can export it with a transparent background. And there are a couple different formats that you can select. So you can export it as a PNG, JPEG, PDF, etc. Okay. But let's create a new project, actually, a blank one. So I'm just gonna click on Etsy Square, and let's call this test 2, for example. And let's create a new project. So right now we got a blank Canva, okay? There's nothing in here. I wanna show you a couple things. So all your AI images that you generated anywhere inside Krafie are gonna be in your AI gallery. And again, the favorites are on the top, but you can unfavorite stuff if you want to, or you can favorite things back, so they're gonna show up on the top, okay? But all the things that you generated gonna show up right here, and you can just simply drag and drop stuff just like that, okay? Super simple things. So let's say I wanna put this design into my artboard just like that, and boom. But I can see there's a fake transparent background here. So if you wanna remove background, for example, all you have to do is you have to click on the remove background button. So you have a couple menus here, okay? So you can remove background, for example, and it's gonna give you an option to use a couple different background removals. Let's go with the premium one, and we're gonna click on apply. Looks like it's done, and it did everything correctly, but sometimes you might wanna erase more stuff, okay? So if you wanna erase more, like for example, I don't know, you wanna erase the S letter, you can just do it with the brush, okay? And just keep erasing it. Or maybe you want to bring it back, so you can restore the S letter with the restore button, and then you can just, you know, manually do it. You can increase the brush so then it's bigger, and I think you get the idea, right? Let's actually reset it to original, and let's just save it, okay? And here we go. Now we got it on a transparent background. And by the way, if you want to change the color of the background, you can just simply click it here, okay? And you just select the color you want it. You can flip things. So if you want to flip something, you can just click on these buttons right here. You can crop images. Let's test it out on this one. This one's going to be better. Okay, so let's crop, I don't know, let's just, we only want this section right here. Click on apply. Here you go. Now you can see that it's cropped. You can also change the dimensions of the artboard. So let's say I actually want it to be 4,000 by 2,000. And boom, now the artboard is changed. You can also select templates that are already here for the artboard. So this is a Facebook post, this is a t-shirt design, this is a poster, this is a square. You can just select the one you are interested. So those are your AI images. They're gonna be right here. Now, photo section, it includes like public domain photos that are available online, and it has a section for everything. So right now we got 4th of July, but I don't know, maybe you want to see robots, okay? You can just type in robot, and here we go. You can just get the robot. You can also drag and drop stuff, or maybe you're looking for, I don't know, dogs. You can just type in dog. So these images are not AI generated, these are actually real photos, but it's just like a list of a lot of photos that you can use. Then we also got elements. So elements include shapes. Okay, so we got a shape like a this is not a Canva, by the way. So let me change the color of the Canva to white as it was before. But this is the square. You know what? Let's use a circle. It's gonna create a better visualization. So this is like the color of the circle. You can change it to whichever color you want it, right? Let's, for example, make it green. But then you can also add a stroke color. So let's say I want a black stroke color and I need to make it thick. So that way, now there's like a border around the circle, okay? And you can rotate things. You can make it bigger, smaller. You get the idea, right? And then what you can also do is upload grids. So grids are basically useful if you're trying to create like a collage image or something like that, okay? So let's say I want 2 images to be inserted. So all I have to do, let's upload, I don't know, my image, and then let's do one of the photos that I have right here. Let's do this one, okay? So now it's inside the grid and it's automatically adjusted. This one is a little bit off because that image is just not that great, but you can replace it. So let's say I want to remove that picture. I can just click here and let's maybe do this one. I feel like this one's going to fit better. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. Here we go. So now you have these grids. Grids are useful for like clip art people. That probably is the crowd that's going to use it. All right, but the most interesting part of this feature are the tools that are here, okay? This is what's gonna interest you probably the most. So right here, we got the image generator. This is where you type in the prompt. So you can pick the model. So let's go with Nano Banana. And let's say I want yellow monkey. And click on generate. And now it's gonna generate an image of a yellow monkey. I can also change the aspect ratio of the images, and I can use reference photos. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Okay, we got our monkey right here. And now I'm gonna use this reference photo of the monkey. If I unclick it, it's not shown in the reference, but if I click it back, it's shown as a reference. So I'm gonna use this yellow monkey, and I can, for example, use this button right here that it's called reinterpret. So reinterpret is gonna remix the photo into something similar. So you can just click on it, and you can give special instructions. I'm not gonna give any special instructions. And if there's text, I can keep the text. And if I want to have a blank background, not transparent, but blank, like white or fake transparent background, because not every AI model supports transparent background, so it's not gonna work. But if you want to keep it on a blank background, you can select it. You can also tell it to like special instructions, like you want the monkey to, I don't know, eat apples, for example, instead of bananas. You can do it. But yeah, you know what? Let's say eat apples, okay? And I'm gonna click on reinterpret. And it's gonna remix this photo. It's gonna make it like in a similar style, but it's gonna be different, and it should probably eat apples. So right now I'm generating 1 image, but you can actually generate multiple images at once. Here we go. So now this monkey is eating apples because of the reinterpretation. But you can do something like this. Let's say, let's actually use a different example, more useful for our cases. So let's say, oh, actually, I forgot, you can upload images too. Yeah, so you can upload images, files from your computer. I'm gonna talk about it in a minute, but let's say, let's use this example, okay? Let's use this Tide Days image, and let's say I wanna create 6 different variants of this, okay? Similar variants, but something else. So I can click on reinterpret 6 times, and it's gonna reinterpret 6 times, but let's use a different model. Let's actually use Nano Banana 2 for that, and let's click on reinterpret and reinterpret 6 times. And now I'm generating 6 different photos. They're gonna be in a very similar style, just like this one, but in a different format. Sometimes you can combine images. So sometimes you can select 2 images at once and you can use them in a reference photo. Depends on the AI model. Not every AI model supports multiple references, but Nano Banana does. So you can select 2 and then they're being selected both as a reference photo. You can also just type in prompt here. So you can also just say, make the monkey wear a shirt that says Tide Days, okay? And once these are done generating, you can click on generate and you're gonna generate the image. So I'm gonna show you this in a minute because this is almost done. So different variants. So we got this one, we got this one. As you can see, it's still in a similar style, but slightly different, okay? That's the easiest way to like get different variants. We got 2 more, and then we got 2 more right here that are being generated. We got another one right here, and we got 1 more waiting. So let's see. Okay, we got 1 more right here. All right, so that's that. But now let's say again that I want to combine these 2 images together. So I just selected 2, right? I just selected 2, and I'm going to click on generate. And now we're going to get an image that's going to combine these 2 together. So that's really cool. That's really cool that you can just combine these things and generate images. But these images are not going to be, you're not going to be able to download them unless they are on the page. So you need to put them in the page. Here we go. So we got our monkey. Let's see. Here you go. She's wearing the t-shirt that says Tide States. So we need to put the monkey right here. And you know what? Let's make it bigger. Here we go. Now it's fit in, and now I can download it. So you always need to put an image into artboard in order to be able to download it. If they are like free in the Canva, you won't be able to do it. And you can just create new artboards by, I mean, you can duplicate it, for example, and then remove it, and then just upload the design. Let's make it bigger, just like that. You know what? Let's do it. Maybe I have to do it a little bit smaller. So what's going on? Here we go. Now it's fit in. And by the way, they can be anywhere, okay? Because this one is called page 1, page 2, but they don't need to be in order as long as the numerology is okay. They don't need to be next to each other or anything like that. And if you just want to click download it, you can just click on quick export. You can just export that one image instead of going, here you go, instead of doing all the other ones. You can also upscale images. I forgot to tell you this. Yeah, so there's a button that says upscale right here. There are actually 2 ways to do it. So one way is by clicking this button right here. Here we go. And now the image is upscaled in a higher quality. Another way to add an artboard is by simply clicking this button right here. It's just gonna allow you to select how big you want the artboard to be. And here you go. Now I got that artboard number 3. As you can see, it's a different size than the other ones. So you might have to adjust it. You can adjust it also here as well. Now there's one more cool feature that I want to show you. It's for people that want to create these cool backgrounds. So I mostly design this for people that do the Pokemon cards. So there are people selling these digital backgrounds for Pokemon cards. Basically, it looks like it's an extension of the binder that putting it in, okay? So this is how it works. You just upload the Pokemon card and then click on this button right here. That's going to create the binders, okay? And you can select what format you want it. Do you want the A4 or US letter or both? Let's do both actually, because I want to show you how it's going to look, okay? So now the art binder is being generated. Just give it a second, okay? It's going to take a second. And I'm going to show you final results. You know what? Let me show you on Etsy. So basically, this is what I'm talking about. So someone is selling this on Etsy for $6. You can see it's like an extension of the binder, right? So when you have a binder, you put the card right here and you have these 9 objects that kind of extend like the background of it. That's kind of the idea here. So that tool can do it. And here we go. We got our Pikachu extender card, okay? You can just export this file as a PDF because there are PDFs. So you can just click on download. And in our case, it will be page number 4 and number 5, and you would export this as a PDF, okay? And then you would download it. And there are 2 different sizes because one is for Europe and one is for US, so you can pick which one. Most people sell them as both, actually. So that's kind of the point of the feature, so you can create these Pokemon binders because they're really, really cool. Mockup Studio will allow you to generate mockups, and it's very simple to do. You can just upload an image by simply dragging and dropping it from your computer, or you can open your history tab and select the design from it. So I actually generated these images earlier, which are perfect for a t-shirt. So let's just put this one, for example, and I'm gonna select one of the templates for my mockup. Let's go with this one. And then I'm gonna select the colors. So let's switch it to something more summerish, like this purple right here. And then all you have to do is just click on generate mockup. And here we go. Now we got a design on a beautiful purple t-shirt. This is exactly what I wanted. Clipart Generator is a useful tool for people that wanna sell clip art. And clip art usually falls in couple specific categories. So we got a watercolor, girly style, quirky style, steampunk, sticker style, outline coloring for like coloring books, and then shiny GPT. This one is actually kind of not as popular anymore. And you can also upload your custom style. So you can just upload the reference of the clipart that you want to use. So for example, I saved one on my computer. So I'm going to upload it. There you go. Is this whimsical Christmas style? And then you can say, for example, that you want a snowman and click on generate. It's going to generate the snowman in that style. But let's say you don't want to use that style. You want to use the quirky style. So you can just switch to quirky and click on generate. So now that snowman is going to be in a quirky style instead of the custom style that I selected. There you go. I got a quirky snowman, but let's switch it to, for example, steampunk snowman. This is going to be very interesting. It's going to generate a snowman that looks like a steampunk character. Here you go. That's your futuristic snowman. Cross-stitch app is a very powerful tool to generate cross-stitch PDF patterns. Like this is what it's gonna look like. So this is the design, and then it gives instructions on how to create this. This is something that's very popular on Etsy right now, and you can generate this yourself. But before you're gonna use cross-stitch pattern, what you need is an actual image. So you can either use an image generator to generate the design and image in 2D, or you can do this in image editor. It doesn't matter. But once you have an image, go to cross-stitch and you're gonna select the dimensions. By default, I set up that it's 200 by 200 stitches. That's usually like the most popular one, and you can select how many colors you want to use. By default, I selected to 28 colors as well, but you can make it less or more, and you can select the fabric count. This is gonna determine how many stitches is gonna be in like the area. Okay, so let's go with, for example, IDA 18. The next step is to upload the photo. So again, you can use drag and drop it, or you can upload it from the history. So let's say, for example, I want to use maybe this one right here. Okay, let's say I want to create the cross stitch of this, and I recommend removing background. As you can see, this is not fully transparent, so I'm going to remove background so it's transparent and it's easy to add it in cross stitch. Okay, and then just click on start designing, and here we go. This is the design, and this is pretty much ready, to be honest. In most cases, you're just gonna click on export, and you can download this as a PNG, which is gonna look like this. This is useful for like mockups or generating images for Etsy listings, or you can download the PDF version. So this is gonna be your final product, and this is the instructions to generate this pattern in cross stitch. Okay, but let's go back here. So you can zoom in and you can see like in close what these cross stitches are looking like, and you can zoom out as well and move around. You actually have a lot of tools. When you click on Canva tools, you have the zoom in option, you can move in option, you can reset the Canva to the original state, which was this one right here. You can paint, so if you wanna paint specific colors, you can do that. You select the colors by going to the palette section. But let's say you want to change the color, you can just click on it and select the color you want to use. So let's say I want to use the red one. So now I'm replacing all the fabric that was using that particular blue with the red one, and then I can just paint it again. You know, I can make circles, lines, and stuff like that. You can also select the color by clicking right here, and then you can just click on it. It's going to select the color that you just selected. You can fill sections with the whole color, so you can just click on it, and then the whole section is filled out with that one color. And again, if you want to just reset it, just click on the reset button, and it's going to go back to default. But that's the cross stitch section. It's a really cool tool. You can also change the cross stitches if you want to make it bigger, which you probably don't want to do it because this is already big, but you can do this. So you can just click on that, and you can also keep the aspect ratio. So let's say I just want it to be 400 by 400. And here we go. Now I got a very, very massive cross stitch design. This is probably too big, to be honest. Oh, it's 600 by 400 because I locked aspect ratio after I already changed the width. That's okay. But yeah, and you can also increase the colors or make less colors as well. So that's also going to impact the quality of this, but you don't want to keep it too big because again, these are not meant to be massive. And if you want to change the fabric, you just click on the one that you select right here, and it's going to change the count and the sizing and all of that. See, SEO Optimizer will generate SEO optimized titles, tags, and description for your listings. And it's using our internal data as well as Etsy data. So we're combining those two things together. And all you have to do is put a certain keyword. So for example, if you are generating Christmas clip art, just type in Christmas clip art and click on generate SEO. So for this very generic keyword that I put in, I got charming Christmas clip art bundle, watercolor graphics for holiday craft. And it's under 75 characters, which is exactly what Etsy wants. And all you have to do is just copy the title, paste it into Etsy, boom. Same with tags. You just copy the tags and paste it, right? But here for the description, you only get the first sentence of the description. The reason being why we only give you the first sentences is because the first sentence is the one that's being considered in SEO. Everything else doesn't matter. So I just give you the first sentences. And then for the rest of the description, you probably will just want to create like a template that you just want to reuse for Etsy titles. And then just change the first sentence whenever you use it, okay? And we give you 3 different options so you can select which one you want to do. Since I mentioned that I use a very generic title, such as Christmas clip art, I can upload the picture of a Christmas clip art, either from the history or upload a sample from my computer. I believe I have one on my computer, so I'm just going to upload it. And now the title and the description and the tag is going to be based on that image. So I'm going to keep on Christmas clip art and I'm going to click on generate new version. And based on the image I uploaded and the keyword I type it in, I got unique Christmas clip art decorative heart ornament for home decor, okay? Because they consider all the factors in order to receive this title and the tags and everything else. So if you sell SVGs or vectors, we got the SVG Studio where you can just type in what you want. So for example, I want a yellow dog and you can select a couple different templates. So we got 5 different styles. We got a line art, line cut, line circuit, engraving, and any, which is going to be like the most basic one. You can select the aspect ratio you want. So let's say we want the 4:3 and we want the engraving style. So let's just click on generate SVG. Here we go. I got the dog. Since I selected the engraving, it's not going to be yellow. So let's maybe switch it to any style and generate it again. Here we go. Now I got the yellow dog in the 4:3 format, but you can generate multiple SVGs at once. When you click on get variants, it will give you 6 different variants that you can generate. So we got a yellow bird, yellow cat, yellow fox. You can manually generate this or you can generate all of them at once. So I'm going to generate all of them at once. Here we go. I got my variants right here. Also, there's a tool called Prompt Helper. So you can upload an image. You can either drag and drop it or upload it from the history. So let's, for example, use this one right here. And you can click on Get AI Prompt, which will analyze the image and generate the prompt that should generate something similar. So I actually test it out. So this is the prompt. Let's try with Annie, for example. Yeah, that's way better. But the best way to do it is by using the SVG converter, in my opinion. So you can just convert images that you generate in 2D into SVG. So go to the SVG converter and upload the photo. So I'm going to upload that same photo again. And I'm just going to convert it into SVG. This is, in my opinion, the best way to do it because you get exactly what you're looking for. And voila, now I got the SVG version of that image that I wanted. Background removal is a very simple app that allows you to remove background from the images. There are 4 different background removals that you can use. The reason being why I give you 4 different background removals is because each one of them is going to generate slightly different results. So you want to test it out which one you want to use the most. The best one is probably going to be the premium background removal, but depend on what type of plan are you using, it might cost you a token. So you can just drag and drop an image or you can upload one from the history. So I'm just going to upload one from the history. Let's say I want to use this image. I can just select the background removal. So let's use one of the free ones. Click on remove background. And here's my image. And if I want to change something, I can just click on refine with brush. And what this tool allows you to do is you can select area that you can either restore. So if you click on restore, you can restore the area, or you can remove more and you can make the brush bigger or smaller if you want to. But if you are okay with the result, just click on OK, apply changes, download, and voila. Image Upscaler allows you to generate images in a higher resolution. You can upscale it up to 8 times, which is going to be very, very heavy on resources. In most cases, you probably want to just do like a 2x or maybe 4x max. But if you want to go crazy, go for it. You can just drag and drop an image or you can upload one from the history. So I'm just going to do that. Let's just select this image, for example. And all you have to do, just click on upscale and voila. So this is the unupscaled version. As you can see, I have more wrinkles and it's a little bit more blurry. And this is the one that got upscaled. So my wrinkles are a little bit smaller. My skin is a bit more smooth and the image is heavier. So this is going to be useful for print on demand people because sometimes the software they're going to use is going to ask for the high resolution pictures. So this might be useful for them. So you can connect Krafie to any AI, any LLM that you are using, such as Claude, Codex, OpenClaw, or Cursor. And you do it by connecting it by the MCP servers. And if you're not a technical person, I'm just going to say this. MCP servers are just a way that bridges Krafie with your AI. That's all you need to know, okay? And most of the time, you just have to give it a link and generate like a authentication key that will allow you to connect your AI with Krafie. And what are the benefits of that? Well, you can automate your whole process. So once you connect Krafie to, for example, Claude, you can ask it to generate images, research Etsy, or both. So it can research our Etsy data that we have inside Krafie and use that information plus maybe information from other online sources and generate images for you. And you can also schedule tasks. So you can schedule a task where an image is going to be generated every hour or so. So there's an instructional video for each example. I'm going to play one of these videos so you can watch it, how to connect it. To connect Claude with Krafie MCP Server is actually very easy. All you have to do is open Claude and click on Customize, then Connectors. And you want to click on the plus button and click on Add Custom Connector. And when it says name, you're going to put Krafie, or you can just copy it from our website. And a link to our MCP server, which you can also copy. Next, you're going to click on Add. After that, you're gonna select permissions, so you can select which task can be done by Claude. I suggest setting it all on always allow, but if you don't feel comfortable, you can just change it. Next, you're gonna test if the connection is actually active, and you can do it by simply asking it to generate an image. And during that process, Claude should send you a link to authentication, which will open a new box, and you will need to click on Approve. And after that, Claude should be able to generate your image. And let's test it out in action. So when you click on the plus button right here, I can click on connectors. I can see I'm connected to Krafie. And for example, I can ask it to find a PNG design that got 20 estimated monthly sales and generate something similar in Nano Banana. And I'm just gonna click on enter. And as you can see, it's connected to Krafie. You can see the icon. It's researching the listings. And here you go. It looks like it found this design. I can click on it. Let's actually open it. So it's this like hanging there frog. It gets worse and it generates something similar that says just keep hanging on or don't, whatever. And it's a raccoon. And if you are using Claude Cowork, for example, you can create a scheduled task. So you can click on schedule, create a new task, set them manually, and you can name it, for example, generate one image every hour. And I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that I used earlier, and I can say that the frequency is hourly, and in the description I put the same thing. Click on save, and now every hour I'm gonna generate one of these images based on the criteria that I established, which is it's going to be a PNG design with at least 20 estimated cells. You can also add that you want to background to be removed or maybe upscaled as well. That way you can fully automate the whole thing. So there are 3 subscription tiers. Most of you are probably gonna go with Pro, but if you're just starting out, you can go with Basic and see if you like the software. And if you're a heavy user, go for Ultra because you're gonna get a lot of tokens. And if you're gonna use more than 10,000 tokens a month, just email me and I will help you out and give you like a custom plan. And as a basic user, you get access to pretty much everything. The main difference between Basic, Pro, and Ultra is that Pro gives you 2 free videos that you can generate on any model a month. Ultra gives you 5, and Pro and Ultra are also getting free cross-stitch conversions. Otherwise, it's gonna cost you 1 token, which is not a lot. You get free premium background removal, but there's a couple different background removals, which are also free. You also get more AI avatars that you can use for your AI videos. And you get access to SEO Optimizer. And Ultra also gets unlimited amount of AI avatars for people that are gonna focus on the video generation. And when you're signing up for the first time, you're also gonna get the 500 token bonus that you can spend on generating images and videos. And if you have any questions, just reach out. Inside Krafie, there's this icon right here that you can click on it, and you can either text me on Discord or send me an email and I'll respond to you promptly. Thanks for watching. If we get 100 likes on this video, I'm gonna drop a link to 1,000 designs that you can resell, redesign, do whatever you want with them. And if you want to use Krafie, make sure that you use this coupon code. It's going to give you 30% off on your first month of your subscription. It's an all-in-one platform for people that want to sell and monetize digital products. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.